Shalom Alechem Uvrachim Boachem Lelechhe Sefas Ivrim. Peace be upon you and blessings your coming to the lessons of the Hebrew language. In this video, we'll be counting masculine objects or masculine nouns. The first object we have here is kadur. Kadur in Hebrew means ball. Kadur ehad. Kadur ehad. One ball. Shene chadurim. Shlosha chadurim. Arba'a chadurim. Hamesha chadurim. Shisha chadurim. Shiv'a chadurim. Shmona chadurim. Tish'a chadurim. Asara chadurim. When counting in Hebrew, masculine or feminine, when you're counting one object, the numeral 1 does not come before ever the object. It does not come before the object. So, for example, I have one ball. Yeshli chadur ehad. It will never be Yeshli ehad kadur. Never. Yeshli chadur ehad. All numbers after 1 comes before the noun or before the object. 1, if it's male or female, and that is the numeral 1, it follows the noun or object at all times when you're counting. Shene chadurim becomes Shenayim kadurim or kadurim shenayim. So it can come before or after. And you do not need to say shene. You can say shenayim. This is classical Hebrew. Modern Hebrew, not at all. Shene. Chadurim. Classical, shene. Chadurim, shenayim, kadurim, kadurim, shenayim. Shlosha chadurim becomes kadurim shlosha. Arba'a chadurim becomes kadurim arba'a. Hamesha chadurim becomes kadurim hamesha. Shisha chadurim becomes kadurim shisha. Shiv'a chadurim becomes kadurim shiv'a. Shmona chadurim becomes kadurim shmona. Tish'a chadurim becomes kadurim tish'a. Asara chadurim becomes kadurim asara. So there are two words in Hebrew that can carry the meaning of box. Aron and teva. Okay? For this example, I use teva only because it is a feminine word. Okay? But usually one would say Aron. Okay? Just for this example, I'm using teva. Teva was what Moshe's mother had placed him in. Okay, made out of suf, reed, or reeds. It's a collective word. Okay. Kofer are like a muddy substance. Okay. And with Noah, he made it out of es, wood, you can say, or tree, wood. So we'll be using, again, just for this example, teva. Teva ahaf. One box. Teva ahaf. Shete tevos. Shete tevos. Shalosh tevos. Shalosh tevos. Arba tevos. Arba tevos. Chamesh tevos. Chamesh tevos. Shesh tevos. Shesh tevos. Sheva tevos. Sheva tevos. Shmone tevos. Shmone tevos. Teisha tevos. Teisha tevos. Eser tevos. Eser tevos. So again, much like the masculine or male objects or nouns, female, feminine objects or nouns follow the same rules. Ahaf can only be behind the object or noun. So if I say I have one box, I will say yeshli teva ahaf, and not yeshli ahaf teva. Yeshli teva ahaf. Okay? Shtayim tevos. Tevos shetayim. Shtayim tevos. Tevos shetayim. Tevos shalosh. Tevos shalosh. Tevos arba. Tevos arba. Tevos chamesh. Tevos chamesh. Tevos shesh. Tevos shesh. Tevos sheva. Tevos sheva. Tevos shmone. Tevos shmone. Tevos teisha. Tevos teisha. Tevos eser. Tevos eser. Kama lecha. How many or how much do you have? Kama uros lecha. Yeshli ura ahaf. How many cakes do you have? I have cake one cake. Kama uros lecha. Yeshli shete uros. How many cakes do you have? Or how many cakes are to you? I have 2 cakes. Kama uros lecha. Yeshli shalosh uros. How many, how much cakes are to you do you have? I have 3 cakes. Kama uros lecha. Li arba uros. How many cakes do you have? I have 4 cakes. Kama uros lecha. Li chamesh uros. How many cakes are to you? How many cakes do you have? For me, 5 cakes. Kama uros lecha. Uros sheshli. How many cakes do you have? Cakes 6 are to me. Kama uros lecha. Li uros sheva. How many cakes do you have? For me, Cakes, you're 7. I have 7 cakes. כמה רוס לך? 8 רוס לי. How many cakes do you have? 8 cakes are to me. 8 cakes I have. كما רוس לך? לי 9 רוס. How many cakes do you have? I have 9 cakes. كما רוس לך? לי 10 רוس. How many cakes do you have? For me, 10 cakes. I have 10 cakes. So as you notice, ורה in Hebrew, ורה means cake. Cakes, uros. Uros. Okay? كم لخ? How many, how much do you have? كم عطيم لخ? لي عط أحد. How many pens do you have? I have 1 pen. كم عطيم لخ? لي شني عطيم. How many pens do you have? I have 2 pens. كم عطيم لخ? يشلي شلوشا عطيم. How many pens do you have? I have 3 pens. كم عطيم لخ? يشلي 4 عطيم. How many pens are to you? I have 4 pens. كم عطيم لخ? لي عطيم 5. How many pens do you have? I have 5 pens. كم عطيم لخ? لي عطيم 6. How many pens do you have? I have 6 pens. كم عطيم لخ? 7 عطيم لي. How many pens do you have? 7 pens I have. 7 pens are to me. 7 pens belong to me. كم عطيم لخ? لي 8 عطيم. How many pens do you have? I have 8 pens. كم عطيم لخ? عطيم 9 لي. How many pens do you have? 9 pens are to me. 9 pens I have. كم عطيم لخ؟ يشلي 10 عطيم. How many pens do you have? How many pens are to you? I have 10 pens. Here, عيط can be a writing utensil. Pen. Sometimes a quill, but there is another word for that in Hebrew. عطيم, pens, writing utensil. Okay?